Who helped you flee from your homeland?
Well, nobody. I'm here free. I came here by my choice. Unlike you, I know, I understand. I understand you came here by force. So you call
Mm-hmm.
yourself FBA or something, foundational or force black something. But
Uh-huh.
you're not even pure. I'm more black than you. You
How,
know
how
that.
how are you more black than me? Explain that.
Because I got no white blood mixed in me. Nobody raped my ancestors. None. I'm black. Black,
Really?
black, black.
From where?
Triple black. Triple black.
From where?
Triple black, bro. I'm from Somalia, man.
Sir, if you don't stop, sir, them Arabs tearing your ass. That's why you got all that Arab writing. Them Arabs was all up in that. If you don't stop,
Okay, let me tell you something, bro. Let's not talk
stop.
about that.
The
Why you
British,
not? Why?
the
Why?
oh no, no, no. The British was up in that. Yeah, they were tag teaming you. The British, the Arabs were running trains on you, sir. So you better stop. But go ahead. If you don't quit, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Unmute yourself, sir. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Man, get on it.
How do you mute me and say unmute yourself, man? That's like a slave mindset.
Yeah,
Don't. I was listening to you. Let me listen. Let's listen to each other.
speaking of slavery, at least we got rid of slavery a couple of hundred years ago. Yes, fellow Somalians, they're being enslaved now. You understand?
Bro, we never been slaves.
Yes, you're
We
being enslaved.
enslaved. We actually enslaved your slave master.
No, you
We
didn't.
actually, yeah, we enslaved white people.
Oh, sir,
Ask, yes, sir. Yes, we did.
sir.
Okay, but let's get back to this point.
Oh,
I just,
because no, them Somalis are being enslaved up in Libya. Y'all being enslaved. Y'all being sold in slave markets now. So don't you holler at me about no damn slavery. We fought ours off. Y'all being enslaved up in Libya now, sir. So you better stop it. Go ahead.
but listen, Tariq, let me ask you this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed, the worst type of coward is the one that,
The one that what? Okay. Go ahead. I didn't push the button. Sometimes it does that. I didn't push the mute button. I did not push the mute button.
you,
Sometimes,
you, you got used to it. That's why you got used to being, dotting people, muting people just because they trigger you or something. Calm down, brother.
go
You
ahead.
can
Say,
take it.
say what you had to
So
say.
so so right now when you talk when we ask you about real questions, some guy asks you a question about political situation and and the juice, and I seen you dodging it like swerving like, oh, I ain't gonna talk about it. It's crazy that you don't know like these people stole your culture, okay, and made you the human shield against those crazy white people. They always bringing up you call yourself FBA, forced Black Americans.
Force,
Um, is it
force.
isn't 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 what that
Like,
FBA stand for?
like the Britons didn't force you into subjugation, sir, and the Arabs didn't force you, sir. Hmm? You were the one forced, and then you got forced off your own land and fled your ass over here. So you're projecting, sir. You were
This
forced.
this this land belonged to no one. Native Indians might say something. I am here the same way as an Irish or any free.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And no, you're not over here like an Irish person. You are fleeing tether in a completely failed homeland, sir. You had to run away from your own failed culture, and you had to come over here and get a leg up in life because foundational Black Americans made a way for you to do that, sir. So you are very different, sir. Go ahead, Middleton.
Regardless, don't think like a little bitch. act like a black African.
That's what you're doing, projecting, and I'm not going to act like a fleeing tether. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm a foundational Black American. We built a culture on standing on business and not fleeing like a little old musty biatch, like you, sir. That's why you're so hostile towards us, because you're upset because you're around the non-fleeing class. And you know how bad of a look that is for you to be a little old skinny, big light bulb head fleer hopping on somebody's train, plane, inner tube, or boat to get the hell away from your homeland.
Bro,
You're
I'm not. I don't have issues like you.
dude,
I love my African Americans. I love the people that was
dude,
here.
because if it weren't for us, you'd be somewhere baking
No,
a
you drop. Why you keep muting me, bro? Like
because yeah,
I'm not.
because we're talking, and when I talk, you hush. I don't want you to talk over me. This is not the immigration office. You don't get to come in and babble. All right, we're having a dialogue. You say something, I say something, sir. And I'm saying, yes, I bet you do like foundational Black Americans, because if it were not for us, you'd be somewhere sauteing a meerkat in your homeland, sir. Now go ahead, Dudu Tunde. Go ahead, sir. Since you want to do a lot of projecting onto us, go ahead. Why are you sitting over here in our homeland talking about what we are and what we're not? We ain't fleers.
Not really. You're 25% Irish. Listen,
I'm 100%.
I.
Go ahead.
You're not no 100% African. Calm down. You're
I,
not
I
no 100%. You're
damn
not no
sure,
100%.
I, I
God
didn't tell
damn.
you, damn right I'm not. I didn't say I was 100% African. I'm 100% foundational Black American. Get some of that earwax out of them big old ears and listen. I'm a foundational Black American, sir. Go ahead.
Anyways, my brothers, this guy called you foundational. We call each other black.
No, y'all don't. Y'all don't call yourselves Black over there. We're the only ones who made Blackness cool. You guys did not make Blackness a thing. Foundational Black Americans made Blackness an elevated term and status. And we did that exclusively.
Okay,
You did, sir.
okay. Listen, Doc, let me tell you something, Doc.
Sir,
Uh,
you made hunger hot. All right. You are literally the face of hunger, sir. That's why you got so much vitriol. You're not at liberty to point your finger towards foundational Black Americans as at nothing. We are the
mm.
face of Black progress, and you are the face of hunger, sir. Go
You
ahead.
talk. You,
I did what, sir? Dudu Tunde. Hop on, sir. I don't have you muted. Unmute your microphone if you're muted, sir.
I like that. He said, I gotta mute myself. Do you talk like that real life, like face to face?
I do. Yeah, everything that I'm saying to you on this phone, I would say the exact same thing to you if I'm standing right there in front of you.
Mm, cool
You think
story.
I would not?
I don't think so, because you're a loud dog.
You think I wouldn't say, listen, dude, do you know,
You talk too much.
dude,
But let me tell you.
hold on. Let's slow down. Man, do you know how much of a G I am about the way I stand on business? Dude, I done went up against some of the best of them. You think I won't tell a little old hungry, musty,
Mm,
flea Heather what I feel about him in his face? Really?
yeah, but let me.
What would you do? Well, what would you do with your little old rib cage showing? What would you do to anybody? Just forget about me. What would you do to anybody with your little old fleeing ass? You can even stand up to your homeland. You can't stand up to nothing. Don't act
You
tough on
you 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 you're too soft, man. I'll eat you.
don't
Like you're
don't
gonna be like my meal.
dude. Y'all are not the face of toughness. There's no such thing.
So,
Dude,
bro, listen.
dude, even y'all gangsters are hungry. Even on the in the Captain Phillips movie, the pirates, they were the gangsters and they were hungry and frail. You dig? That's
I
the
tell you,
best.
all right, you're
Brother,
right. You're right. You're very hungry, bro. Listen,
brother, don't
very
act like,
hungry.
but don't
No,
act
no.
like a
But let me.
tattleash. Hold on. Don't act like no G on the phone. You ain't about that life at all, dude. You're not about that life. You ain't about that gangster business, sir. You're not. You're too frail and hungry. You're vitamin deficient, sir. I'll take your vitamins away from you. I just steal your vitamins and let you fall out. You understand? You're not about that life. You're not about that, sir. So please don't ever act tough with nobody.
All
I
right.
will get a fly swatter and just swat you to death, sir. That's what I would do. But what's on your mind? What else is on your mind, sir? Let's talk. What's on your mind? I don't have you muted, sir. Even if it says muted by the host, it might take a couple of. I don't know why it does that. I think
And
it's
maybe
automatic.
you need to stop. Maybe you need to stop. You could. I swear, I'm not gonna interrupt you. I don't. I'm not. You know, I got three wives, man. I don't do the yelling matches. You know, I don't shout over someone. You know, I listen to you. You're funny. You're
Where
funny. Listen. You got
three?
charisma.
Where are
Listen,
your three?
listen. Hmm?
Where are your three wives?
My three wives. Listen. I tell
Where
you
are
something about Somali people. I tell you
the
something about
three
Somali people.
wives?
I
Okay,
tell you something. It's not that I'm comparing you to my wives and stuff or a
you
feminine
don't
way.
have no,
It's not that
sir.
I'm.
You don't have no three wives, sir. You don't. You are a wife. Dude, you got your bussy spread for a white man because that's what y'all had to do to get a green card. You're the wife, my guy. That's why you're trying to fake stuff so that you can try to claim your manhood.
Cool.
You had to do something funny for
Mhm.
some to get over here, brother. So
I know
yeah,
you feel good.
yeah,
I know
you
you. I
anyway.
know.
Now you're getting boring. Tether babbling. I don't want to hear tether babble. Yeah, you're not going to be the face of hunger and then wag your finger towards us. No, you don't get to do that. Nobody who fled can wag their finger at us. I don't want to hear that. When you done got smacked on by the British and the damn Arabs, and then you had to flee, and then you want to come here talking about what foundational Black Americans are and are not, and they're enslaving their people over there now. Like, man, please, these people love projecting their failure onto us. And don't try to come around us so that you can feel better. No, no, no. We ain't like you. We ain't down bad like you. Adam, what's up, Adam?
What up, Tariq? First time in the space, actually.
There you go.
I'm enjoying it. And
Listening. Where you from? Adam?
what's up?
Where you from?
Where am I from? What you mean, like originally born or
Yeah,
where?
where you born?
Damascus, Syria.
Oh, see, okay. How long you been out here in Florida?
Well, I moved to Massachusetts when I was 4 years old. I'm a
Okay,
legal immigrant, so I'm a legal tether.
okay. Uh, uh, okay. Have
Hey,
you
it
been?
is what it is, right?
Yeah, have
Let's
you
be
been back?
real.
You been back to Syria to visit?
No, never. I've never left the U.S.
There you,
Unfortunately,
there
never
you.
traveled out the U.S.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what's on your mind tonight, bro?
Well, I just hear this guy. He sounds like a fresh tether, right? Like,
Oh,
he
yeah,
he didn't grow up here. He doesn't know what it is. But I gotta appreciate your space, man. I've been enjoying it. I'm a Trump supporter.
yeah,
I was a libertarian. I wasn't a Trump supporter in 2016. But when I see the people that I hate, the Republicans and Democrats, the war hawks go after them, the people that disenfranchised, like me as a person living in America, from the Bushes to the Obamas to you know, and then Clinton, of course. Like I was like, hell no to that.
yeah,
So at that point, like even to Trump, I was a Gary Johnson supporter in 16, but I saw them go after him. But regardless, this guy, he's unappreciative, and I appreciate, like, I've been on X, I've been listening to like a lot of FBA spaces, and like I got to learn things, you know what I mean, like foundational Black Americans. I used to think like, damn, like everybody just came over on a slave ship, but like, you know, now I know I've like learned lineages and like, you know, tribes that were back in the day, and that's what like people have roots to. That's
Mm-hmm.
roots right there, you know. Like if you're coming over from overseas and you're trying to like suck up on that shit, you know, and like take benefits, like shit that's owed, you know, like, you know, step off, you know,
Right.
100. And
Right.
I just want to appreciate all the spaces. And I'm a Kevin Samuels fan, like I was, rest in peace.
Yes,
And
indeed.
to know that you inspired him, man, I put my brother on Kevin Samuels, you know, like growing up, like he's informative.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin, that was a great guy, man. I love that brother, man. He was really always respectful to me. So yeah, yeah, that brother was very much missed. Shout out to him. But yeah, man, you know, I think it's foundational Black Americans. We're making people put respect on our lineage. This whole thing where we were just brought here. Listen, we got we got indigenous lineage here, dude. This- Well, our lineage is indigenous here too. Um, there were Black people here. This is very well documented here in North America. We had been coming, Black people have been coming back and forth from the old world to the new world for centuries. We've been here on this land. Uh, there's a reason why, and I talk about this all the time. North America, see, they do excavations in South America and Central America and down there all the time. And you see these black ass faces that they pull up all the time. Over here, they don't even play that game. You never see excavations up here in North America. Notice that? You don't never see them do that. You never see like television specials where they're digging up old artifacts in North America, in the United States. You never see it. They act like there were no fossils in North America. No, they're there. They're real quiet about it. You better believe they do excavations here. They are just extremely secretive and quiet. You know why? Because when they dig in the ground here, you're pulling up Negroes. You understand? You pulling us up out the ground. You dusting off thousands of years of Negroes here on this land. That's why they're very quiet about it. When they do excavations, um, out there on the East Coast some years ago, brother Randy Short put me up on this. They did some excavations at like a quote unquote Indian burial site from like the 1600s or something, and they started digging up these Native Americans, and they were all Negroid. They had Negroid skulls, and then they just didn't say anything else about it. They act like that shit didn't happen. Over there in the Great Dismal Swamp, where that was a sanctuary area, they do excavations there. It's so damn top secret. They don't let nobody go over there in certain areas. They do excavation and they don't even say nothing about it. But it's extreme hush. It's extremely private. So our history runs here deep, real deep. Don't get it twisted. We've been here thousands of years. Don, what's up?
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm calling from Kansas City.
A shout out to Kansas City. What's on your mind?
Well, you know, this whole election that's coming up, and I just watched Professor Black Truth talk about Spike Lee and all that, and you know, we just been going over all this, how they are trying to con us into voting for this so-called black woman that we know that's not a black woman,
Mhm.
and how I just been addressing them, letting them know that we black people are serious, and you need to come to us with respect and dignity, and you need to come to us right if you want us to vote for you. Otherwise than that, you ain't got nothing coming.
Absolutely. And we got to really let the Democrats crash and burn because we got to send a message. If we sit up here and support them after all of this blatant disrespect, Kamala, they're not going to run from the fact that this woman told us with her full damn chest, what she ain't gonna do for only black people. That was to me the epitome of damn disrespect. You lost any vote that I would give to them right there. That was the main thing that made me say, okay, I'm cool on the Democrats, period. If that's what y'all getting down on, yeah, I'm cool on you. And also with the reparations thing, when they played the little games with the California reparations, crashing it out, all of that stuff, we got to send a message to them that we are not going to sit up here and support you if you're going to keep playing those little dirty games. We're just going to let you crash and burn. Let them crash and burn. It's okay. That's a power move. Other groups would do that. Other groups are smart enough to not sit up here and let these people finesse them into a vote. They vote for what's practical for them. And they have us voting for emotions and symbolisms. And we got to cut that nonsense out. Let's get Armand in. Brother Armand.
What's going on, brother Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I can't complain, man. You know, I'm hitting you up right now from the DFW, man, but I'm originally from Lafayette, Louisiana.
There it is.
And man, I just first of all, I want to give you your props. Oh man, you keeping us on point. You keeping us on code.
Yes.
And man, people like you are very important, man. I got, I just want to sidebar real quick, man. I got a little cousin of mine. He's staying in Lafayette right now. Man, he's so busy. He listening to this dude talking about gematria and stuff like that. And I'll be chopping it up with him, man. And really what it seemed like is the dude is basically keeping him thinking of talking about like numbers and stuff like that. And I'm telling him, I'm like, man, because this is a white dude that he listening to. I'm like, bro, this dude ain't going, this dude is keeping you off code. And he basically like he telling them things like everything is scripted and stuff like that, even like historic events. He telling them like Martin Luther King was a op and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, are you
Lord.
serious, man? You listening to somebody that's telling you your ancestor that basically uh gave his life for you is man, but this is the main thing I really wanted to tell you, man. In Louisiana, man, when I was coming up in Lafayette and Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, man, we had a thing called the Crawfish Festival.
Yeah.
And we used to in Breaux Bridge, we used to have it to the point where like it was low key like an economy. You know what I'm saying? Every time we had the Crawfish Festival, people would be making money. They would have people paying for parking. They would be selling food and stuff like that. And then the other side of Breaux Bridge was the white side of Breaux Bridge. And it's almost like they were so jealous they got the black part of Breaux Bridge shut down
Mm.
for the Crawfish Festival because they they had it popping over there. So now the Crawfish Festival is not like it used to be. Like
Wow.
back in like 96, 97, when I was young, man, that thing used to be going down. Man, people used to come from Alabama, Mississippi, Houston, all that in little old Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Used to have people with low riders, 5.0s sitting on them things and all that shit like that. Now it don't pop off like it used to. They shut that shit down. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And that's one of them things like people I don't think people know about how it used to go down in Breaux Bridge for the Crawfish Festival and stuff like that. People from Louisiana know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, let me elaborate on that. And thank you so much for the call, brother. They always, the dominant society, when they see black people, when especially foundational black Americans, when we start doing things that's successful, boy, they go on alert and they got to get in the middle of it and they got to co-opt it. When we start doing things, because they set up so many obstacles, and that's the phenomenal thing about foundational black Americans. These people have set up obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and we're just constantly overcoming their obstacles, and we keep morphing and adapting to everything. And then we can pull something positive out of it. That's the phenomenal thing about us as foundational Black Americans, man. That's that Majara spirit in us, man, that everything we touch, it gets thrown at us negatively, and we can get it and flip it and get something constructive out of it. Going back to, I use hip hop as an example. They threw foundational Black Americans up in the Bronx, who they were coming from the South, but they were in the Bronx and they took all the resources from them and they said, hey, I'm going to get my mother and father's records and I'm going to find the break part in them and we're going to rhyme over it like Pig Meat Markham and all those other people do our rhymes and toasts that we used to do back in the day. We're going to do that over these funk breaks and we're going to do these dance moves and one of them is going to be hitting the floor because like our brother Lord Jamar said, uh, break dancing is not the real element of hip hop, just hip hop dancing, period. And break dancing just happened to be at one period of time a part of that culture. But just hip hop dancing, period, is an element of hip hop. We've always created new dances within the hip hop culture. But again, we as foundational Black Americans, we adapt and create all the time. And because we can do so easily, whenever we get something popping, the dominant society goes on alert and they have to try to sabotage it or get in front of it or demonize it and make it negative. Because look at some of the stereotypes that's about us. Look at some of the stereotypes.
Yo, that's another Anjara eater trying to talk crazy. I don't know if it's the bacteria from the raw meat, but they be talking real tough on these spaces. But yeah, man, these Captain Phillips people can't stop joining. That Cheetah P joke was like 3 years ago. They still mad. But yeah, in November, I'm going to start live streaming their spaces so you can hear the crap they be talking. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm the most active on. And also make sure to follow me on Rumble. That's where I post videos in case it get taken down on here.